Everybody, I am homesick. I'm really sorry. I know you've had a sub a lot lately, but I have a fever and it would not be smart of me to come to school and bring that to you. So let's first go over the norms of life science. You need to treat everyone with respect. Raise hand to contribute comments. Presume positive intentions with an open mind. Speak and act professionally with respect. Be on task and responsible with class time. Actively participate and focus on agenda. Be engaged, empower others, and educate yourself. Okay, today my expectations with the sub, you need to make sure you're bringing your A game, especially Monday. You need to make sure you're being more respectful to the sub. This isn't going to be a loud day at all. And I'm going to, in this video, show you our daily agenda. Sorry guys, it's actually like 4 a.m. as I'm videoing this so that I can send it into the school so you guys have stuff to do. So Teddy's currently making a lot of noise. He's scratching his head. Okay, so sub checklist. Your volume during the checkpoint, which you're going to take on Google Classroom in a minute, but not yet. Your volume needs to be at a 0 during that. Okay, that gives other people the opportunity to carefully read the questions, give it time. This is not for a grade, but if I notice that your effort was not put into this, I'm going to have you retake it just to make sure that I'm getting the best data to support you. So do please try the first time. It will save you time overall. I don't want to make you do more stuff, but I also want to make sure that I'm doing what I can to support you, and having good data is a part of that. Okay, we are also going to be doing a close read today. They are on my desk somewhere, but I know you guys know what my demo desk looks like right now, and it's kind of crazy. So I'm going to see if someone will help me find them on my desk, but there may be an online version posted. So if there's an online version posted, you may do the online version, but here's the deal. You do not use Google to get the answers because it's all in the close read, and that's what I want you guys to figure out how to do, is getting the answers from an actual document and not just hunting Google for them. Hunting Google is a good skill, but being able to read information and get the answers from that as well is also very crucial. Okay, so first hour, Maddie Starnes, if you are there, please make sure you check planners and Chromebooks first hour. And then if you could please email me who's on the list. I'd appreciate that. After you guys get done with advisory, if this is first hour, everybody else, this is what you'll be starting off with after this video, is the checkpoint on Google Classroom. Now, when you open this file, it will be a Google Form file. It will say pretest. I realize we kind of already started, especially talking about skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, and cardiac muscle. So I realize that you are going to have some background knowledge. I'm really going to be quizzing you on the stuff that you don't know quite yet. Tomorrow, hopefully, I am back. I'm gonna do my best to be back tomorrow. But we have some really cool stations that we're gonna start out tomorrow as well. So that's my goal. Lastly, the last thing you're gonna do today is a close read. Okay, so it has one side. It's a fairly short passage. It's not anything crazy. But we're going to work on that. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in a minute. Now, for our planners, you need to be writing a learning checkpoint and close read. Okay, so if you need to pause the video at this time so students can write that down, please do. All right, so now I'm going to exit out of the daily slide. This will be available to you guys shortly. I have too many animals. Okay, so we're going to actually look at the document for the close read. So this is digital. You guys are able to use my highlighters. They're in that white cart to the left of the smartboard, I believe. Or use your own highlighters to support your success with this activity. So I'm going to zoom in. So you do need to put your name up here where it says scientist. date, and hour. Assuming we are only doing hard copies right now, assuming that these do need to be turned into the basket when we're done. I will probably make my final decision after I've posted my notes. So if you do see interactions between the muscular and nervous system posted on Google Classroom, you do have permission to do it on there. So let's start off with how I want you to actually do this close read, because I do understand that a lot of different teachers show you different ways. So the first thing I want you to do is, as you're reading, you're going to look for the bolded letters. That's going to be the first thing. So all functions in the human body system are received, organized, and processed by the nervous system. Composed of the brain, spinal cord, and nerves, the nervous system receives information about what's happening inside and outside the body and directs how the body responds to the information. Okay, so anywhere we see a bolded letters, that's automatically going to give me a hint, hey, this is important. So I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to highlight it in one color. So whatever the bolded letters, I'm going to pick one color, and I'm going to only highlight bolded letters that much. Now, I want to know what information supports what the nervous system is. So I'm going to change the colors to something else. So I'm going to change it to, let's do this blue. So the purpose of this is not to get your whole sheet colorful. You want to be very particular about what you're highlighting. So for me, I'm going to highlight brain. I'm going to highlight brain, spinal cord, and nerves. Okay. And then I'm going to be very particular about what other information I include. So receives information. Okay, so very bluntly, without too much detail, the nervous system receives information about what's happening inside the body and directs how the body should respond. You can see I missed some stuff, but overall, I got the good gist of it. Where if I look where this blue is, I'm going to be able to find the answer around that yellow. Okay, the next one says, the next paragraph is the nervous system receives information through the nerves. All the groaning, Ted. The nervous system receives information through the nerves when there is a change from inside or outside the body. This is known as a stimulus. So, look, we found another word. So you're going to highlight stimulus in that yellow, and then you need to highlight in blue what a stimulus is. Typically, you can find that either in the sentence that word is included in, which I'm going to let you guys do, or following. Now, the next sentence says there are two main kinds of nerves, and that kind of changes the topic from what a stimulus is in a way. So the first sentence talks about receiving information through nerves when there's a change from inside or outside the body. The next sentence starts talking about types. So this one probably resides within that sentence. So you do need to read this whole page. This is zoomed in so it looks a little bigger, but it's really, I think, a very good read. I want this to connect the nervous system that we just covered with the muscular system we are covering. This is really going to support you tomorrow. A lot of this information should be familiar. Okay. Then you are going to, after you are done reading, you are going to answer the following questions. So you have fill in the blank here. There are 5 options. See that there are 6. Well, there are 5 questions. There are 6 options, so be mindful of that. Try to do your best to answer the ones you know first. Okay? And the next one is number the sentences to show what happens when a stimulus is detected. So you are ordering these events by what would happen first to last. So, for example, you might need to be touching a hot pan before you decide to pull your hand away. Then you have a few short answers, which you need to answer. Describe how the nervous system and muscular system work together. The right 2 ways the smooth muscle and cardiac muscles are different from skeletal muscles. And then why are the nervous and